Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Vetzio7, and today we're going to be doing the top 5 hard raid builds. Now, first I want to start off with a benchmark. So this is Awakened Doe. Now, I timed every single one of these on my phone, and I will go ahead and tell you the time once the run is over. Now, this is a 500,000 HP dummy, so he doesn't really attack, so he won't really interrupt any of my moves. So we could just go ahead and see how good each fruit is. Now, Doe is an Awakened Legendary, and I believe there's only 2 Awakened Legendaries, and it's the... well, Phoenix is technically better if you sit above their head and just do the thing with the first ability, but that's kind of hard to do in a dungeon. So I'd probably bring Doe. It's more useful. You can group up, but the DPS of it isn't actually all that. Okay, so keep in mind that this fruit does run a 43-second run on this 500k NPC. Okay, next up is OPV2. Now, OPV2 I tested a lot because I was astounded by the numbers. I wasn't excited that it was fast. It was actually slower than I thought. So this is one of the very first runs I did. It's not perfect, but I did test it like 5+ more times after this, and I just couldn't get a good run. It was always running slower than the other fruits that I'm about to show you. So this is actually the slowest fruit on the list, besides Doe, but that's just our benchmark, which run a 43, and this runs a 31 with the best possible time I got. I tested it with just the sword M1s. I tested it with using moves in between the M1s because there's like a little delay, and it only runs a 31. So this is actually the 5th best fruit in the game currently. I don't know how. It was the best last update. Okay, so now I want to be talking about Gravity at number 4. Now, this is slightly faster than OPV2. Now, it did get a rework, but I'm pretty sure this didn't affect any of the performance. Maybe it did. I think the cooldowns are apparently slower. That's what I've heard. Also, I do want to test about swords. I used Phoenix Blade V2, which is the best sword in the game currently, as of right now, for DPS. Now, would I recommend Phoenix Blade V2 to everybody? The common player probably wants to go for Acro Spear because it's a lot easier to use. It's harder to miss, and then also it also heals, so the average player would have a lot better time with that. But if you're actually going for speed runs and you don't really care about any of that, and you just need damage, Phoenix Blade V2 is easily the best. Now, there's other substitutes. So, of course, you have Phoenix Blade, Acro Spear, Riptide Slayer. Dawnbreaker is actually surprisingly good. Just don't use the second move on it, and you'll be good. So I did test Gravity a few times here, just because I messed up the first run, and it runs about a 39. So this is still a really good fruit. It's just that it's not like as good as I thought. Surprisingly, the next fruit on the list is actually kind of surprising. I don't know how it ran that time. I literally sat there and did looked at all the numbers. I'm like, how is this running faster than Gravity? It actually makes 0 sense. So let's go ahead and show that. Okay, so here's the fruit that I did not expect to do that well. Like I said, I actually have 0 clue how Ice is actually number 3. No, Ice last update was actually like pretty good. Like, if you sat there and used it in a raid, like, it was actually pretty fast. Like, it was definitely like a sleeper fruit. But now testing it in update 8, it's actually extremely good, as it runs a 28-second on the 500,000 NPC, which is lands at the number 3 spot. Really good fruit. I guess it just synergizes well with Phoenix Blade, maybe. I'm not sure how it runs this time. Okay, so the next fruit in line is Venom. Now, I do want to put a disclaimer out that this fruit is actually kind of difficult to use. It has very low AoE. You also have to get close, and it also is like somewhat hard to use in terms of like managing your cooldowns with your Phoenix Blade. You have to switch back and forth a lot, and for me, it took me a few tries to actually get the 26 run, or 27, excuse me, 27, which is slightly faster than Ice. But it lands at that number 2 spot. Now, I do want to say that I did multiple tries for every single fruit on this list, but I definitely gave this fruit the most tries out of all of them, just because I just kept messing up. But this fruit is extremely strong. Venom has been extremely strong for a while now. It landed at the number 2 spot, but there is one fruit that is better overall, and I think you guys can guess what it is. Okay, so here is the number 1 spot, Magma, Phoenix Blade V2. Now, I'm not sure everybody saw this coming. This runs a 36 seconds, by the way, which is the fastest in the game, and it also is extremely easy to use. Now, what makes it do this much damage is it has very good cooldowns, high damage on the first 2 abilities. Actually, scratch that. High damage on every single ability, easily above average. Also, I do want to point out that I don't want to try and sit there in M1 with Phoenix Blade, as it's not accurate, but you can get some M1s off in the middle of some fruits. But yeah, this fruit is extremely OP. Okay, so now with the addition of Tyrant Armor in the recent update and me actually upgrading it and obtaining it, I think that Phoenix Blade is now actually better than Koru V2. So even though Koru V2 can sit there with its extremely strong M1s, the fact that Koru V2 is putting in all the work, not OP, it's just the sword, that now that my Phoenix Blade is now extremely strong with my accessory, and also the fruit, I have Magma, for example, working together with Phoenix Blade, it's almost like it's a 2v1. So I'm just trying to think that, like, I came to the conclusion that I think by itself, Koru V2 isn't the best thing in the game anymore, especially with the new accessory, how strong Phoenix Blade feels right now, and also how good Magma is. Because before, it was easily the best. Now, it's legit top 5. Like, it is mid, and it also it requires the most work out of any fruit, because you have to sit there in M1, which a lot of people don't really want to do. Now, when I use Koru V2, I just usually sit there with an auto clicker, and which allows me to not really use any other moves. I don't know. It's just like mid. It sucks to use, but it was extremely strong. But now it's not the best anymore, so I don't gotta worry about sitting there clicking it 1,000 times. Also, I just wanted to explain really quick that in all the vids, all the clips in the video are actually the clips that I took the best time from. Some of them I just took for the video, and then I did a bunch of tests afterwards, so I didn't fill up my storage. Now, some of them are, but some of them aren't. Just gonna let you know that right now. Also, I'm gonna touch Dragon just because I think this fruit's actually really strong. It's just it's a form type fruit, which means that it actually kind of is mid. So I'm going to go ahead and back up and actually use this move so it goes back on cooldown. And then we're going to use our first ability again because it actually is a very strong move. And then we're going to howl one more time. And then now he's all the way up in the air. Let's go ahead and back up, use this move one more time. Get out, use Phoenix Blade. I do have a timer going as well, I'll let you guys know what it is. Okay, we're going to go ahead and transform again, back up. Because a lot of people actually do use Dragon, so this would probably be valuable information, how good their fruit actually is. I'm going to let them know right now that this is actually pretty buns. One more time, hopefully it will kill him. It's not even hitting him. Okay, let's go ahead and use our Phoenix Blade to finish him off. Easily the worst fruit of the day. It just ran a 49-second run. That was buns. Yeah, but I cannot believe that Magma's back on top. Magma Phoenix Blade. That's like an OG combo right there. That's like 3 updates ago. That is peak. Also, Dark did get away, like a big change. And now we will be going over that right now. Now, a lot of people were like, oh, it's really good for PvP. And I thought the exact same thing. The moves that it gave it and the damage, like, seemed like a huge buff. But unfortunately, this stun is awful. I hope they buff it in the future. It's kind of similar with Saber, how Saber's move doesn't have enough stun, so you can get basically punished for even starting your combo. So let's go ahead and combo right now. So we're going to hold him to steal. Also, that's unawakened. Why do I have that unawakened? I don't know why I have that unawakened. That's really weird, actually. Okay, that has a lot of flame. Hold on. I'm gonna be real though, I think they like do the exact same damage. Alright. I hate how that move flings him so far away. Okay, hold up. That move actually does a little bit of damage now. Hold on, I'm gonna test it with Awaken, and this actually might go crazy. Okay, that was a 45. You know, even if I actually switch to Awaken, this is buns. It felt kind of good, but it's actually kind of trash, I'm not going to lie. Dark is buns. And then the last fruit that I want to just test, just for fun, is Flame, because Flame V2 has been probably the worst V2 in this entire game for the longest. It has no value whatsoever in anything. It's not good against bigger targets. It's not good against single target. It's not good in PvE. It's just here. So maybe it got a slight little buff, and maybe it's better than I thought. So let's go ahead and give it a try really quick. So we're going to go ahead and use the best move on it. And we're going to go ahead and use this. Okay, we're kind of comboing right now, and then we're going to go ahead and just use our Phoenix Blade because it overall is better than Minigun. We do not want to sit there and hold Minigun, so now we have all our cooldowns back. Now, I can't even hit Minigun because he goes up, which is really dumb. Okay, well, let's go ahead and use this again. It's going to send him up. That move kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. I'll already tell you that this is not that great. I'll just go for M1s. It needs help. This fruit needs help, man. Buff it. Alright, yeah, this is about the same as okay, if you live that, it's about the same as dark. It's pretty trash. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did want to include some extra fruits in there, just for fun, and then I also gave you the top 5 list at the start with the benchmark, so hopefully that helps you guys out in what to use in dungeons, or just in general for DPS, but this isn't a bigger target. If you guys want to use bigger target, just use your V2 Light. That's a really good combo, or just use Dark's last move is actually insanely strong, or just Gravity. Letting any of those will help you with the bigger target. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.